Welcome to Columbia, Missouri, and Faurot Field, named for the father of the split T, where the Missouri Tiger fans are hoping that they put together a big W. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the UTSA Roadrunners. And the Tigers ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Roadrunners offense comes onto the field first today. What a great group of receivers they run out there, and a staunch, stout defense they'll be running into. Jesse, how are they going to get open? How does this defense keep them in check?
Well, I think one thing this receiving group knows, to have success in this game against this defense, is it's going to take all of them. It's not just going to be one guy making all the plays. They're all going to have to be able to step up and, David, take advantage of their own individual one-on-one opportunities when those chances come their way.
Well, and I think that's what's good about this offense, their strength in numbers. It's not just one guy that you can take away. There's several receivers that can make plays. That stresses a defense. Like, find the weakness, go after, turning it on.
And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big run.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
Got enough for the first. Open space at the 25. He's now up to 64 yards rushing already. What a way to start this new season.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one, was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow, he is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Roadrunners.
Now, coaches always talk about starting fast and taking that opening drive and really setting the tone for the football game, and that is exactly what they did. And they finish it with a good brand of physicality, running the football, ending the drive, and getting off to the 6-0 start.
He'll bring it out. It's Jones. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Tigers offense will take the field for the first time. When you look at the matchups in the passing game, you might think that this guy's going to be overmatched at corner, but I think he's really looking for the opportunity to prove that he can match up with one of the nation's best.
Yeah, and this receiver always wants the ball. He especially wants it, though, today, considering what he's up against. He told us coming into this game that he should be able to dominate and get a lot of looks. This defense is going to have to find ways creatively to get this guy matched up and covered. They're probably not going to be able to do it with just one guy with that corner out there, David, because this receiver is a difference maker.
No, and this isn't a great secondary, but they're going to have to play a great game. And this challenge is big because he's a superstar. So let's make sure we don't give up the big plays, maybe play a little bit deeper than normal, sometimes get a little bit physical. This secondary has a tremendous challenge on their hands.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. A designed run for the quarterback. Got the first down and still on his feet. There he goes. He rolls all the way down the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
It was explosive, but shoot, Reese could have run through that hole. I mean, it was wide open. He didn't have to break anybody's ankles. He didn't have to run through tackles. I mean, just great blocking up front and horrible, horrible defense.
And the quarterback brought up 2 and sacked at the 12. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. He's got it and still on his feet. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. They'd really rather not have to settle for 3. It's 3rd and goal from the 6. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants it all. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. And they decide to trot out the kicker from the left hash. And this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. Good right down the boulevard. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Anderson. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Back to throw, it's McCown. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Pulls it in down the sideline. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, UT San Antonio.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He'll bring it out. It's Jones. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. They might be feeling a little heat here as they've fallen into a 14-3 hole early. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Grabbed behind the line, it's Coleman. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Guys, let's talk here for just a second about Missouri. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years back, and no one expected much of them that season either, so you never know. And what's important is what people believe inside your own locker room. This team thinks they can do some really special things this year, and they get a chance to start strong here in week 1.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays. But you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Coleman. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O's. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. They've come out red hot already with a 14-3 lead. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Tiger. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. This D gave them exactly what they needed, not only with a stop, but with a touchdown.
Yeah, and finding ways to impact the game early in the game, just make impact plays, right? The defense wants to create sacks, create turnovers. Great job creating the turnover and getting points off of it.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period.
Playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable in run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Pocket breaking down. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. And the Roadrunners will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. They'll try the right side. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. Second and 7. Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. Going to the running game. And some room to work. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Missouri! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed, look at the elusiveness, get into the end zone. Nice run.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it as it punted away from deep in their own territory. Breaks into the open on the left. Give him 109 yards rushing, and he has busted the century mark in this season opener. The Roadrunners just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. To the ground. He's got it again. Creates a little space. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a man. It's McCown. He'll take a shot. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone. Well, the Big Ten has expanded with this massive continent-wide geographical footprint. The Big 12 has been really shrewd in positioning and maneuvering for survival, and they look for opportunities to win on the field like they'll have today.
Yeah, and the Big Ten's kind of taking what the Big Ten wants and expanding and not really worried about anybody else. So if I'm the Big 12, I'm like, yeah, you ain't worried about me, but you're going to worry about me today and on the field, and I can make a statement and prove to some of the true blue bloods in the Big Ten.
I just love the stylistic matchup in this one too, right? You think about the Big Ten running the football, defense, physical, and then Big 12 wide open, up-tempo, air raid offense. This one's good.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He'll try to take it back. The 40. The 20. The 10. Touchdown, Tiger. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And that's going to make the defensive coordinator happy because he's just hoping his defense can get off the field there on fourth down. Just get a stop, get a tackle, back the ball away. We're going to pick it off, and we're going to take it to the house. Great play.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The give out of the gun. Oh, he's got some space. The 50, the 40, the 20. He's at the... and he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, UTSA!
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. With that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
He'll bring it out. It's Jones. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
And you want to run the football, right? That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Looking for room. It's Hardy. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Not enough for the first down. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the change for this offense. Missouri comes to the line with another first down. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Manning. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll give it to the back. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
You can't let the same guy beat you over and over and over again. You got to make adjustments. Sometimes you got to bring more guys in the box, more guys to the football, and make sure he's not the one who beat you.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
That was a nice swat. Even Dikembe Mutombo would love to wave his finger side to side and say, no, no, no.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's got it. The change will move, and they'll have first and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Down to the 18-yard line, it's first and 10. The give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They've methodically worked the ball down the field. 11th play of the drive coming up, but this one third and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And they fail to hook up on third down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
It's good. The lead now 6 here in the second.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Anderson. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Got his man. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Back to pass. It's McCown. Makes the grab. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield and he moves the sticks.
Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Roadrunners in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Bringing the heat. That's reeled in. It's Henry. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Gonna let it fly. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors at our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Columbia.
The Roadrunners will kick it off to start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Jones. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. They opened this 3rd quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Hines is tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Using his legs, it's Hardy. Not the biggest play in the world, but it's one that can set the tone as he bangs his way out to the 38. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll leave it with him. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. Kick is in the air. Now on the return. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Looking downfield, it's McCown. The short hand, it's Henry. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down.
Deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those
hauls it in, the 1st down and more. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. They say success rate can be picking up about 4 or so on 1st down, 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Got a man. It's Henry. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And the Roadrunners are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. The Roadrunners need to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes a grab past the marker. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Makes the grab. Turning it on. We've seen this from this sophomore. So dangerous after he makes the grab.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
What a day it's been on the ground for these 2 guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. Of a classic 4th quarter finish. So 1st down will open up the final period. Looking for space, it's Henry. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to Pater. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Leaves it with the running back. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Looking to pass. It's McCown. Makes the grab. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the 1st? Or can you just stretch out and get the 1st down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the 1st. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Handoff to the lone back. Follows a good block there, picks up 3s out to the 9.
And this is a pressing time for this defense. They've got to understand, they're backed up a little bit. They're going to run the football. They don't want to make a mistake. So I think this is the time I'm a little bit more aggressive. I've got to get this football back to me.
He's loose. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. You want to talk about flipping the script. They just did that with a huge play, and now they've got it 1st and 10 in plus territory. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. It'll be 3rd and long. From From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. Makes the grab. It's Coleman. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Caught in the backfield. It's Jones. No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. Going for it all. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed.
Dude, talk about having to have it. We needed to force the turnover. We had to get the football back. They're in such a good position to run out the clock, try to win. No, sir. Our ball, first down.
Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Had the pick in his hands and couldn't hang on, and you just won't see that from him very often. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. Dropping back, it's McCown. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing. We're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success.
Trying to beat the D deep. And the pass is incomplete on 4th down, but hold on just a second. We've got to see what the flag's about.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
So it's 1st and 10 after that costly defensive penalty on 4th down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
And if I'm the running back, I'm going to listen. Hold on. Can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They got to do a better job.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. The defense coming out to protect the lead, but this offense still has plenty of time. Likely their final drive. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. The sure hands, it's Henry. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. And the Roadrunners will line it up on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Unleashes one. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there. That penalty is going to be a coaching point in position meetings this week. I mean, he is going to get an earful from the coaches on the sideline. Looking to throw, it's McCown. Here's a heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
Well, this certainly hasn't been a career day for the quarterback, right? He's thrown a couple of picks, hasn't thrown for a ton of yards, but His team is in position to win this game, and they need him to make plays now in 2-minute situation to pull this one out. He's got the talent to do it. Let's find out what he does.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. Bought a little time, lets it go. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Fires to the middle. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Roadrunners.
That is how it's done. In the clutch, in the big time, your offense comes up with the big drive, puts points on the board. Now you tell your kicker, go knock this PAT through, take the lead. Nice execution by this offense.
And they did need that extra point to take the lead, and now they have it here in the 4th. And that one ought to help us build the drama down the stretch. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Here's the handoff. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the 4th, and the Brain Trust will go to work. Looking to throw on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Coleman. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Got to get everyone set. They spike it to stop the clock.
No gain on the play. 2nd down.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. Finds his man. It's Manning. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Manning. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Smashes in between the uprights. You understand the celebration after taking the lead, guys, but this thing is not over yet.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. And they only need a field goal, and they have to manage the time wisely. Looking to take a shot. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
Well, the defense finally showing some life there. It's been tough sledding, too, because this offense has been lighting them up through the air, but a nice individual effort that time.
Trying to burn this defensive back. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
I'll tell you, this offense just can't afford too many more incompletions because time's running out in the game. They need big plays in the passing attack.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, they're down a possession, and they're on their own side of the 50, so they need a big one right here. They've just thrown 3 straight incompletions, but it just takes one. It just takes one big play down the field to all of a sudden get that momentum and that juice flowing again to give yourselves a chance to win.
He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. The points weren't the issue, guys, but they couldn't string together enough stops to get the victory.
Yeah, good news, bad news scenario, I guess. Good news is you're going to score. This offense looks like they can be explosive and they can light up the scoreboard.
They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly. But you never know what's going to happen. The Roadrunners will kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it out. It's Craver. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Texas A&M's offense will go to work first. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line. A group of maulers, David, who take pride in what they do.
Man, I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up front, the hog mollies, the big uglies, the most unselfish players on the field.
It's old school, man. We're in an era of college football where it's up-tempo, spread, air raid. Games are still won and lost, though, in the trenches. And because this is one of the best offensive lines in all of college football, that is a huge advantage this offense takes into each and every game.
He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Guys, let's take a minute here and talk about Texas A&M. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously, some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
He'll keep it himself. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards, added up for a first down. And the Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Shoots it to the left. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. So now it's second and long. Takes the handoff. It's Moss. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. 8th play on this opening drive coming up, and they need a third down conversion. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabs near the marker. It's Concepcion.